Rener Gracie told me to do this. Hey everyone, I'm Chris Dickens, and today I want to share something exciting, something big, kind of an update on my jiu-jitsu journey, and a conversation that I had with Rener freaking Gracie, and what's coming next for me. So, I'm incredibly blessed to train at Gracie University. I love training at HQ. I love being in Torrance. It feels like the center of the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu universe. And I love training when Rener's teaching, when Hiran's teaching. Everybody's awesome. Sam, Zach, Bobby, everybody's pretty awesome. Alex, I don't want to forget Alex. He's one of my favorites. But every now and then, after class, before class, even in the parking lot, I get to have a real talk conversation with Hiran or with Rener. And I had one of those conversations a couple months ago. Now, truth be told, Rener and I have been talking pretty much since December when I first joined Gracie University in Laguna Hills. He saw some of my videos and we became, I guess, friends. I'd call him a friend. And we talked every once in a while. Of course, then I brought my daughter there and then things started happening and it's been a lot of fun. You've probably seen the pictures on social media, but it's not like we're best buddies. It's not like we talk all the time, but he knows about my goals. He knows about my weight loss. He knows about my YouTube channel and all the things you've seen or heard me doing for the last 9 months, I guess. I'm not a celebrity guy. Growing up in Los Angeles, I've met a lot of celebrities. Hell, I've worked with them, whether it was with weddings or whether it's jiu-jitsu, taekwondo, boxing, whatever. I've met a lot of people. So it's not like an awestruck or a starstruck kind of a thing, but I enjoy talking to Rener and Hiran, but I talk to Rener more because it always kind of gives me like a shift in my perspective and makes me think maybe even just a little bit differently. So there's something he said recently that really shifted my perspective and put me on a different kind of a trajectory than what I thought I was going to do and what I thought was coming next. So let me explain what happened. I told you guys a couple of months ago. As a matter of fact, I remember the exact date. It was June 18th. I had a conversation with somebody that I know and I like and respected who called me out in a loving way, a respectful way about my weight, about my fitness, about weight loss, and the ability to lead and or inspire people. Because I'm not saying chubby guys can't be inspirational, but a chubby guy as a martial arts instructor, maybe not the most inspirational guy in the world. Now, Rener knows my plans. He knows my dreams. He knows my goals. I want to open a CTC someday. I want to teach Gracie Jiu-Jitsu someday. And so just a couple of days ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, I was talking to Rener and I told him that I was close to being eligible to taking my Combatives belt test. As a matter of fact, today, September 11th, is the day that I am able to take the test to test out for my Gracie Combatives belt. And that's a huge deal for me. It's a huge deal for me because I've never been promoted in jiu-jitsu before, but it's also a huge deal for me because it's one of the required steps to becoming an instructor. Of course, you have to pass the Gracie Combatives belt test with a score of 95 or better. So I've been thinking about it. I've been practicing. I'm going to do some private lessons. I'm not ready yet, but it's definitely on the list. And so when I was talking to Rener a couple of weeks ago, I told him that, hey, I'm getting close and I'm really excited to join the instructor certification program because in my mind, that's what's next. You get the Combatives belt, then you sign up and you start the instructor certification process or the ICP. That's a lot to say, so I'm just gonna call it the ICP. Now, honestly, I thought Rener was gonna say, heck yeah, bro, you're really close, you're doing the darn thing. Let's get you signed up right now. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping for, at least kind of what I was expecting, But that is not what happened. Instead, he told me, hey, Chris, maybe you should slow down a little bit. He didn't quite say it in those terms. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but the gist of what he said was that you have to become the kind of person who inspires people on and off the mats. And I'm like, okay, cool. And you have to be a leader on and off the mats. I'm like, cool, got that, check. And he's like, and I think you can take more time to develop into that person, into that leader, into that inspirational kind of guy. And I thought, okay, what does that mean? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't quite know what he meant. And so I started to ask some clarifying questions. You see, first I was super disappointed. This was not the result I was hoping for. This wasn't the answer I was hoping for. I thought he was gonna say, yeah, man, let's do the darn thing. But when he said this whole thing about inspiration and about leadership, I was like, what does he mean? And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized he was right. When I asked Rener for clarity on the leadership thing, when I asked Rener for clarity on the inspirational thing, we kind of said we needed to talk and kind of discuss my background a little bit because I don't think he knows everything I've done and what I'm capable of and what I've already proven. And that's not a bragging thing. It's just, I don't think he knows my background very well. He knows I got this YouTube channel. He knows I'm a high school teacher. He mentioned those things, but he didn't really mention anything else. And of course, the guy's got hundreds of thousands of students. So how's he going to memorize my freaking background? He's not. But when I thought about what he said, I said, okay, leadership, inspiration, how? And so I followed up with Rener. I said, hey man, how can I do that? How can I show you that I am capable of being the leader or inspiring people and all the stuff that he said? And I asked him, I said, if you don't want me to do the ICP right now, what can I do? And Rener told me that I should start a Gracie Garage. Maybe that's news to you. Perhaps you don't know how the Gracie Garage system works, but this whole Gracie University, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, UFC thing started in a freaking garage, and the Gracie University system has a Gracie Garage system within it. Basically, if you're in an area that does not have a CTC, a certified training center, you can open a Gracie Garage. And what that is, it's a place where people can come train for free. You can't charge for it. You're not an official Gracie instructor. You're not a Gracie certified training center. You're just a guy who likes Gracie, who's training in his garage. It's basically like inviting your friends to come hang out and do some jiu-jitsu. Now, you're supposed to, and what I would do and what everyone does is you follow the online curriculum, Gracie Combatives Online, or Master Cycle Online, or Women Empowered Online, or Bully Proof Online. You follow the online curriculum and you and your friends in your garage train together. And if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you some clips and some video of what I plan to do in my garage and kind of what's happening around my garage. So what we're supposed to do, what we're going to do is you teach and you learn based on the online curriculum. We follow online Gracie Combatives, online Women Empowered, online Gracie Bully Proof, whatever it is. We use the online curriculum and let Rener and Hiran on the video be our certified instructor. But me, being the garage leader, sounds like Pokemon, the gym leader, being the garage leader, can invite people to come and hang out and train with me. And so that is what I'm going to do. As a matter of fact, when I talked to Rener about the garage thing, he told me, man, if you can make your garage a raving success, those are the exact words, raving success, then I'll know that you're ready for the ICP. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn my garage into a raving freaking success. And if you stay tuned, at the end of this video, I show you some of my plans and some of what's happening around my garage because I'm not ready to launch yet, but it's coming. Yes, friends, I am taking Rener Gracie's advice. I am launching my official Gracie Garage. It's coming to you right here in Irvine, freaking California. It's going to be a place where we can grow together, where we can train together, where we can transform together, where we can build relationships and friendships that will hopefully last a lifetime. And eventually, I will get to that ICP. And eventually, I will get to my own CTC retail location. But it's going to start just like the Gracie started in my freaking garage. But here's the thing. This isn't just about mats in a garage. Over the years, I've been blessed to lead in a lot of different ways. I served in the military. I own and operate my own wedding business for the last 15 years, guiding couples through the biggest day of their life, counseling couples before marriage, hell, counseling couples after marriage, okay? I planted a 501c3 nonprofit church. I've been a pastor for over, 10 years, okay? Leading, teaching, guiding, counseling, instructing, recruiting volunteers, building teams. Do you know what it takes to build a church from scratch? I did that, all right? And as of right now, of course, you know I teach high school, which means that every day I stand up in front of 136 freaking ninth graders and I talk to them, I encourage them, I coach them, I exhort them to be the best version of themselves, okay? So when it comes to leadership, forget the military, forget all my years of sales and management, forget the freaking business, forget all that stuff. I need to make sure that I can show those skills and I can demonstrate those skills and I can utilize those skills in a Gracie University type system. Yes, I've been teaching martial arts since 1998. I taught Taekwondo as part of an after-school program in 1998. I was teaching Taekwondo here in Irvine for 2.5, 3 years, starting in 2018 all the way up until the pandemic. So yeah, 2 years, 2.5 years. So teaching martial arts isn't new to me. Leadership isn't new to me, but what I gotta do is I gotta bring all that experience into jiu-jitsu and combine it all into this wonderful, beautiful, transformational journey, okay? My journey first, your journey second. That's where this whole Project Lionheart thing came from. Because I know that I'm making changes in my body. I've lost 60 freaking pounds, people. I've lost 60 freaking pounds. And I know that in order to keep that weight off and to continue making progress, I have to stay consistent. I have to stay vigilant, right? But I didn't want to just focus on me. I have friends, people that are out of shape or who want to get in shape, and friends who want to be more consistent, people who message me and follow me from this YouTube channel, people who follow me on social media that were reaching out to me and saying, hey man, thanks for inspiring me. Thank you for helping me get back on the mats. I had a guy hit me up yesterday who lives in Phoenix, and he's like, dude, your video convinced me to try a Gracie University CTC. And I get messages like this on a pretty regular freaking basis. So I created Project Lionheart as a place for all my online friends to come together and post and update and hold each other accountable and to build and to foster that consistency. And yes, I only launched it on September 3rd, I think it is. We only got like 11 or 12 people, but you know what? It's 11 and 12 dogs, 11 or 12 passionate beta testers. I call them the first wave. The first wave, and we're in there, we're posting our wins, we're getting our reps in, we're being our consistent selves and posting about it. And honestly, it's really awesome. It's nice to log in and see my East Coast homies have already got their workout in for the day. I can log in and see the homie Kyle's already done 100 reps for today. I can log in and see the homie Joel has already done 2 classes or 1 class today. It's that kind of a thing. So Project Lionheart isn't just for Gracie University students. It's for anybody who wants to build confidence or get more consistent or get stronger or lose weight or whatever and become the best version of themselves. I freaking love transformation. My whole little North Star framework is I help people transform on the mat, in relationships, in the classroom. That's my goal. That's what I live for. I live for that light bulb moment where you finally get it and the light bulb comes on, that ding moment. That's my thing. And so if you're anywhere near Irvine, California, and you want to try jiu-jitsu, if you're out of shape like I was, like I still kind of am, but I'm getting better. If you are busy and you've never taken the time to learn self-defense, if you're like me and you're worried about your daughter learning self-defense before she goes off to college, if there's any of those things that matter to you and you're local to Irvine, California, you need to send me a message. Send me a DM on social media at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu. Leave me a comment down below and I can tell you and keep you updated and even put you on the waiting list for whenever I launch this stinking garage. But if you're not local, you can do the Project Lionheart thing and you can train with your local CTC or your local gym or train in your garage and have that community and that accountability online with me and Kyle and Joel and all the homies, right? This is just the beginning, and I would love for you to be a part of it. I want you to click the link in the description to join the Project Lionheart thing if you want. If you want to know more about the garage, you can click the link in the description or send me a DM or send me a message. You can do that too. And if this resonates with you, hit a comment or hit a like, drop a comment, subscribe, whatever it is so you don't miss the journey, because I, just like I documented and I am documenting my Gracie Combatives journey, I'm going to document the garage. And that starts right the heck now. Check out what's happening outside my garage. I'm going to walk you through what it looks like outside of my garage and what you can expect if you were to come and train with me at what I'm calling Lionheart Garage. So if you want to be a part of it, hit me up. So I have a lot of work to do inside the garage. The mats are going to be ordered soon and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. But let me show you what's going on outside the garage, because it's not just what's happening in here, it's what's happening out here. When, not if, but when this thing launches and I invite people to come and train with me, this is the kind of experience that I'm hoping they have. This is the kind of experience that they're going to get. So let's say you just arrived and you want to change clothes. Or maybe you just got done training and you want to shower. Or perhaps you're sore from training, or you had a long week and you want to soak in the hot tub. Let me show you what this looks like. Like I said, if you want to chill, if you want to relax, if you want to soak after training, want to take a swim after training, before training, during training? You can do that. Hey, maybe every once in a while we can come out here and grill something and hang out and just kind of have a relaxing time around the pool. We got the 2 grills. We've got multiple seating areas. It's all really nice, very well lit, very safe. Do you want to change, or do you need to put on your gi, or do you want to take off your gi? Well, we got 2 restrooms, men and women. All you got to do is use my little key fob and you're in. Come on in, use the restroom, change your clothes. Perfect. One of the things that everybody likes about Gracie University HQ in Torrance is the locker room, specifically the showers. Everybody loves taking a shower after a hard day's training. If you're sweaty, if you're hot, you just want to jump in the shower. And that's something that I think a lot of CTCs have. You know HQ has it, and guess who else has it? Yep, 2 showers. You can come in here, you can wash off, get nice and clean before you hop in your car, before you drive home. You even have a little bench for those people who need to sit down. You got the removable shower head. It's pretty stinking nice. And here's the view from the showers. And if you go this way, you look off in the distance and you see that light in that gray car, that's my garage. So, coming soon to Irvine, a Gracie Garage. And no, I haven't filled out the form yet. This is not the official Gracie Garage video. This is just me showing you what I have planned. I have a lot of plans, I got a lot of dreams, but I wanted to share it with you because I keep so much stuff inside. I wanted to share some of these details and some of my excitement with you. So hopefully you like the showers, you like the restroom, AKA changing room. You like the hot tub if you want to soak after training. You like the tub in case you want to, or the pool in case you want to swim laps. We got the grill if you want to cook out. This is a fantastic location. I got a lot of opportunities here, and I think that anybody who wants to learn Gracie Jiu-Jitsu in Irvine would be lucky to come train over here with me, at least once I get my mats. So stay tuned. So now you see what I've got planned. Now you see what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what's on my list. So if you're watching it, you made it all the way to the end, be sure to drop me a thumbs up in the freaking comments so I know you made it to the end. But of course, if you follow this channel, you know that you've got to do 3 things. You've got to stay focused, you got to stay positive, and you always got to stay vigilant. See you next time.